Rolling. Can you hear me? All right. Episode 4.
Hold on.
Episode 4, take 1.
All right. Morning.
Good morning. Whew. Here we are, another day.
Another day.
Everyone's favorite intro music.
Sucks.
Let's pump it up. Let people crank. Crank it.
Music sucks.
We are starting off. This will be a morning one. All right. Thank everyone in the studio. All right. Welcome to episode 4, late night, daytime, day grind. Episode 4. Maybe I'll get it correct. Wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the show.
It's early. It's not really. It's early for us.
It's early for us. It's early shit. These lights are bright. Got my hater blockers on.
Lights are bright. Sounds are high. I need a little something just to get me right. I'm kind of feel a little on edge.
What is that? Ooh.
It's just a coffee. It's either here nor there. If you're listening, it's just a coffee. If you're watching, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Well, we're here, guys. We made it. Episode 4, running strong. We got a question.
This is an immaculate start. What question you got for me?
I got a question. Pro wrestling.
Okay.
Did you watch it as a kid?
No, not really. Maybe like 2 episodes. Don't know much about it.
Really?
Why do you ask?
Well, because I was that kid when I was growing up that was like the wrestling naysayer. Like I was like, this shit is fake, man. It's fake. You guys are idiots. And they were like, no, it's real. It's real. And so I got so caught up in the real versus fake that it took me until I was a teenager to appreciate how awesome it really can be.
I mean, I do remember the drama that was, is it real or is it fake? I mean, maybe
Sure.
that was just kids trying to figure out, like, you know, like the Easter Bunny, but it was dramatic. People were really serious. And I do agree that the older I get and the longer I've worked in entertainment, well, barely working now, but it's impressive on an entertainment standpoint.
Yeah.
Put on a performance like that and the athleticism, the mix of, you're basically an athletic entertainer.
100%.
I mean, it's pretty insane what they do.
Yeah, man, I just, I didn't think it was cool. And then I got older and I was like, this is awesome. I mean,
I kind of feel the same way. I think I've only gotten in, like, kind of looked at it recently. I was pretty intrigued when Logan Paul went in and, you know, did his bout that he started. You didn't even know about that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I saw it. That's just not why I thought it was cool.
No, that doesn't make it cool to me
I get
because,
it.
you know, Logan's neither here nor there. But impressive, it just kind of brought it to my attention and to see what these guys do.
100%.
Like, from, like, an outsider's perspective, like, he's just, you know, a generally athletic guy, obviously an entertainer, steps into their world, and I think I got to see some behind-the-scenes stuff from that in his interviews.
That.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool to me is that they all usually have a gimmick, and they're either really good or awful. But the ones that are really good, like Macho Man, you know,
the classics.
What?
I'm into.
Like Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
And like these guys, brother.
Macho Man is here.
Bonesaw is ready.
I was trying so hard to not do the bone saw, but the bone saw is the best.
Macho Man's probably one of my top 5 heroes of my life.
Bone saw is ready.
Macho Man Randy Savage. I love him so much, man. I've watched old interviews with him.
Come here, Spider Dweeb.
Yeah. Back way before that, I've watched old ones where before he even had the cowboy hat and shit. And he was saying some real crazy stuff, man. That guy was talking about mental health and stuff as in character, as
Macho.
As Macho.
He's ahead of his time, baby.
I'm telling you. Obviously, The Rock did his thing. You know, you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah, and that line is so fucking stupid, but
100%.
but people love it.
Razor Ramon, who you probably don't know.
I know the name. I don't remember
he
him.
was the one who always had a toothpick, and his biggest sign of disrespect.
That long greasy Jerry curl. I mean, much grease.
That's the sound that I imagined it made when it was hanging.
That's the guy?
Oh, greased up Jerry curl, basically.
Hairy chest.
Yeah, he would take his toothpick out, and when he was done with you, when it major disrespect, he'd just flick it at you.
Cold.
And that shit would
cold.
These guys are all greased up too. That shit would like stick and like slide down. Like, bro, you didn't flick your fucking toothpick at me like that.
Bro,
Booker T.
Listen up.
Oh man, like the more I look back, obviously Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, back then was like the golden age. But
it's almost like the golden age of bodybuilding, like different eras. Like
100%.
We've spoiled everything.
We have, but there's probably still guys out there doing it. I know there's a guy who I worked with in LA at a restaurant. His name's Sean Ricker. He's now Eli Roth.
That guy that was always eating cans of beans.
Yeah. He was a big motherfucker too. Jack.
Trying to get bigger.
Made it.
He made it?
Made it.
Oh.
Made it. Eli Roth. If people who watch
good for him.
WWE or WCW, I'm sorry, I don't know shit. I'm an idiot. But wherever he is, they know.
Maybe like the ECW or something.
I don't know, but they know. They're like, Eli Roth? You know Eli Roth?
Dude, salute to that guy.
Yeah, salute to you. Sean Ricker made it, dude. He said he was going to be a pro wrestler back then. He's a pro wrestler now.
I probably couldn't pick that guy of a lineup, but I know I met him one time through you, and the thing that sticks in my mind is just you always telling me about he's always eating cans of beans.
And tuna and shit, dude. He just opened up a tuna and just started eating it, dude.
Just bulk, dude.
He was in there. And I remember my favorite
beans and fish.
Favorite memory of him is we had this fucking party. We had this fucking crazy party. We were working at a BJ's in the what was it? The the Inglewood Mall. What is that? Fox Hills.
Fox Hills, baby.
Fox Hills Mall.
Oh, shout out to Tonka Stout.
We were working. We had a work party, and it was on like the 3rd floor. Hammer drunk. Went downstairs the next morning, and I tripped over Sean Ricker. Was passed out on the floor, spooning with one of the plants, like one of the standing plants. He had laid it down. And fell in, like, fell asleep, and I tripped over it. Tripped over him and the plant.
Strong guy. He cannot sleep without a cuddle.
Bro, listen.
Doesn't matter where he gets it from.
He just looks so innocent. Nobody ever called the cops. I don't think he got away with that. He just tipped over a plant and went to bed. Night.
Is that a crime, molesting a plant?
Yeah. Sorry, Sean, for snitching, man. That's a great story, man. I felt like the world needed to know, and since nobody watches this shit anyway, well, who cares?
Maybe like some OnlyFans plant action. Is it a small market or a medium market? What do you think?
Man, OnlyFans is just such a massive market. Guys are such creeps. I feel like you can figure it out.
People into plants. You think that's a thing, or we're just making it up?
Dandrophilia.
Yeah, but I always feel like it's not real. I mean, there's a scientific.
Somebody's
name
out here
everything.
fucking trees, dude. You don't get a name until there's a guy.
Dandrophilia, that's the plants, or that's the dead? Yeah, no, necro's dead.
Necro's dead. No, Dandrophilia is for tree fuckers.
Anytime
holes on these trees.
I hear the word philia, I'm out of that conversation.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of different philias.
There's a lot of philias that I don't want to philia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird direction.
Yeah, well, it is, really.
You can't get it in. Like, if people isn't enough, then you're not my kind of people. I'm pretty out there, but I guess everyone has a line.
Yeah.
I can support a lot of things, but I mean,
but you're not pedophilia.
Yeah, like if you gotta Wait, what did you say?
Not pedophilia.
Oh, obviously. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to say that out loud. I'm still talking about the gender. I'm still talking about it. If you got to like get a little like, bark jerk to get your day going, then no.
Hey, man, have you tried it? Don't knock it till you try it, bro.
No, I've not.
I'm out, dude. Like, you get one splinter in your finger, and I think that's enough to be out.
I mean, like, how involved is the plant? Like, I mean, is it just like you finish on the plant?
To be totally honest, I think this is more of a women's sport.
You think?
Yeah, I think they look at like one of those like,
I don't know.
You know, man. When you're in
we're like
when you're in Gainesville and those little things are all sticking up out of the ground, the little the roots,
we're
like stick straight up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
don't either, man.
Once again, this is a conversation I would have left 10 steps ago.
Well, we're still here.
What were we just talking about on the porch? We were just talking on the porch, and I was like, why are we talking about this now? We should be talking about this on
talking about fast food
podcast. Yes.
All right.
Fast food breakfast. Well, I'm glad you brought it back because my brain, it's 20 places right now. None of them are here. So I'm going to try to get through episode 4 as best I can. Episode 5 going to be much better. But for now, we're going to get through it. Fast food breakfast. You're telling me about Hardee's.
Ooh, Hardee's, Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Depending on what coast you're on.
It's probably something else.
Top notch. There's breakfast places, established restaurants that cannot make a better biscuit than their biscuits. And I'm pretty sure their biscuits are fucking frozen. Like, they can't beat them.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they've got some professionals making them and they just freeze them, ship them, thaw them, get it there.
Well, what I was telling him is, obviously I'm kind of a fatty. I fluctuate weight drastically. And so sometimes, most of the time when I eat fast food, I feel like crap. And Hardee's breakfast, never the case. If I go to a Hardee's or a Carl's Jr. and I make it there before they shut down breakfast, that's a good day. And I don't really care about what it's doing to the inside of me.
I don't know if I've ever even been to a Hardee's.
Brother,
I'm trying to think since we talked about it.
I'm thinking about going tomorrow morning. That's how I feel.
Ugh.
That's how I feel. I don't care. I'll go to the gym right after. Yeah, it's not the best food for you, but they have these biscuit sandwiches there, like all kinds of like chicken biscuits, all kinds of crazy biscuits, out of control. Hardee's and Carl's Jr. Harl's Jr. Their lunch and dinner really not that exceptional. It's all right.
But let's be real. I mean, any fast food, it's par for the course. Is any fast food like decent? Like, no.
That Hardee's breakfast is better than a lot of breakfast places.
I think breakfast is the exception because you can make it cheaply. The thing about fast food is their whole business model is to make food cheap.
Sure.
Cheap for the consumer.
Totally.
Cheap for the company. Everyone's got to make money. So it's about cheap. Breakfast items are already cheap. So I feel like the quality doesn't drop as hard as lunch, dinner items.
It's true. Now, when I brought up Hardee's, you brought up a very good point. I said that it's one that doesn't make me feel bad about myself. And you were immediately like, you go, like Jack in the Box.
I mean,
and
I
was like,
50% of a joke, but
I don't think so.
I had some late night crack in the box for sure.
Dude, Jack in the Box, 24 hours, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it gives you what you need when you need it.
I mean, but that was, for me, never once have I visited that place sober. Like that's a late night.
That's fair.
Choice. Like if there was another option late night, I would pick it. But those late night, that's a different ball game. Like
have you gone to In-N-Out sober?
Yes. And that's kind of the exception we were talking about on the porch. Like there's a couple fast foods that I feel like are in that in-between zone that I don't consider just like whatever swill they can give you in a patty for the cheapest they can make. Like In-N-Out tastes like normal food. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Chick-fil-A, same thing. Tastes like normal food. Subway, even though Subway I think's kind of declining.
Yeah, big decline.
But those three to me kind of stand out as like maybe I'm eating food. I get there and I'm like, it's possible that I'm buying real products.
Sure, I get it. But I think that's almost what makes me respect Jack in the Box and Hardee's even more. Is that I know for a fact I'm not.
And you're still content.
And I'm still content. Not only my stomach feels good, which is crazy because you're eating poison and you still feel satisfied and not like garbage, but mentally I don't know. Maybe it's just my own mental gymnastics, but I'm not like, oh, you're such a piece of shit today.
Yeah. I mean, you're really sticking the landing with that one, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
Man, I just feel good. I feel good when I eat that stuff sometimes. Not if I was eating it every day, I'd get tired of it.
Yeah.
But like an occasional Hardee's breakfast feels like a win to me. The same way a Happy Meal would feel like a win to you when you were a child, you know, and maybe there's nostalgia involved because I grew up eating stuff like that.
You know, there's certain foods I could eat every day. Like I could eat a sandwich every day for the rest of my life, even if it's average, you know, but just like sandwiches,
sure.
I could roll with that.
Sure, sandwiches are great.
Yeah. Something about that formula, just a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. I'm
also very into like a meal I can eat with my hands. I don't need a knife and fork, and it's like complete. Like I feel the same way about a burrito.
Yeah,
burritos.
It wraps it up nice.
I like everything in one little package. I can just
pick it up with two hands and just shove it in your mouth.
Absolutely.
What about one hand? What if it's not enough for two?
If it's well made. See, that's the problem. If you're getting real, like a big sandwich or sloppy sandwich, something really angers me / maybe stresses me out when I have like a big sandwich or burrito and
falls out the bottom?
Shit's just falling out.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. It starts to really drive me nuts. I'm like, what the fuck? I try to put it back in.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad that like almost like I've messed it up.
Have you ever had a catastrophic failure? I have. I've had to knife and fork an entire burrito because it just exploded.
When I think of catastrophic failure, I immediately think of our old roommate Reed. We went to Chipotle. Were you here for this?
I don't know.
We just went to Chipotle. I don't know how this happened. He dropped his whole burrito on his feet. The whole, I don't remember how it happened. We just come off like a long, like run hike up at Temescal.
Yeah, I was not there for this.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we'd just come off like, and this was like the move. We'd go do like a long run hike, get fucking calorie starved crazy, go to Chipotle, come back, and just mow down on a monster burrito. And we just gotten back. You know, I'm into my burrito. You know,
he was standing?
I'm sweet. No, we were at the kitchen table. And I don't know what happened. He pulled back, and something happened, and the whole burrito fell to the floor on his feet. And I've never seen.
Just to paint the picture, Reed was like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, like
so maybe it was a size issue.
6'8" at least.
Took his
tall,
giant
athletic guy.
And just
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe he squeezed the top and the whole thing out the bottom, and he immediately he froze. Like time stood still. Like he was in like almost like a frozen rage of panic. Like this kind of weird mixture of emotions. And honestly, I felt his pain because I was ravenous.
Bro, I feel his pain. I wasn't even there.
But so this is wild. So I in that moment. I was like, I said, freeze. I said, don't move. Don't move.
All right.
So I can save this. I said, Reed, don't move.
Uh-huh.
I can save this. I got under the table. I got his burrito. It literally landed on his feet. And somehow I grabbed the tortilla and I scooped it all around and I picked it all back up somehow in this tortilla and put it back on the plate.
Nice.
And I think he maybe lost no less than 10% of the burrito.
That's incredible.
So from going from 100% loss to 10%, I view it as a success.
Bro, fuck this podcast. Maybe you should open a Chipotle. That's the
maybe.
Skill.
I mean, really, I just picked up a foot burrito, but...
Did he eat it?
Fuck yeah. I would have eaten it. Dude, you don't understand the hunger. Like hours of running and hiking, and then all you're thinking about, like the last, hour is, gonna get that Chipotle.
100%.
Gonna get that Chipotle.
Like me right now.
You're gonna get the guac. Oh, I don't care if it's $3 extra. I'm getting the guac.
Fuck it.
Like that's when you need it. And
how do they keep that guac so green all day? It never gets brown.
It's probably in that $9 they charge you for one scoop.
I think it's mayonnaise. I think they coat it with a layer of like egg white goo.
Nothing makes me angrier
because there's mayo in it
than this training they give the employees to give you the fucking lowest baby scoop of guac ever. You're already paying buku extra for this sweet prize.
No, when I go into Chipotle, I get nervous because I know that I'm about to have an altercation.
It's like you're putting your faith in this minimum wage probably worker that does not give a fuck about their job, and are they going to give me a good scoop of guac?
I will literally go in there and be like, yeah, I'll have chicken. And if they give me a shitty amount of chicken,
You skip the guac.
no, not even. I'll be like, can I have the rest of my chicken, please? And then I'll be like, yeah, the rest of my chicken. I need my chicken. They'll be like, double meat, and I'm like, no,
No.
I want the rest of my chicken.
Yeah, did you see?
Then they get mad. Then they get an attitude.
You had a shaky hand, and you at least 4 pieces of chicken fell off on your shaky hand.
Then he gives me a little more chicken, and then I'm a petty bitch, and then I go and steak, double meat.
Ooh.
And now you see what we're doing here. Inevitably, they give me a massive amount of steak.
You're playing a risky game because you're putting some bad juju out there. They're gonna roll that burrito with anger.
I'm too fat. I eat a burrito bowl. They can't roll it.
You're eating anger.
Can't roll my burrito bowl.
It's like when someone makes you homemade food with love. You feel the love. You're getting that energy. You are getting angry burrito energy.
Don't care. The nobody could be more angry than the animal they killed at the Chipotle factory to make it.
Yeah, whatever.
So that's made with hate.
Whatever low grade kangaroos.
They have no life. They just walk around little slaves.
It's funny because even like if I were to reach a point where money was no option, I would still be stressed about getting a good scoop of guacamole.
100%. I mean, the guacamole is neither.
Why do these places don't want to take care of you?
Because they don't want to restock it. It's too much work for them. They're dealing with things that we don't have to deal with. It's not just too much work for them. There's a manager
if it is
in
fresh,
there.
They got to make it. Somebody's training them like, no. This is the guacamole scoop. No, but this scoop is the same size. No.
It's like a bartender, dude. You get that guy who comes in every day, you're going to pile him up with guac. You get that guy who comes in off the street and you don't like his shirt, you're like, yeah, here's your guac, bitch. You know, like they you know, you got to have your small victories when you're in a thankless job like that. Like your small victory is like, watch, I'm going to make this bitch pay $3 for a tablespoon of guac. That's when you're angry, bitter person, that's what happens. Or if you're so lazy that you're like, oh no, this is the last guac bucket I'm making tonight.
I'm not making a guac.
I'm not making
stretch
more guac.
this as thin as possible. I don't care how many nights I ruin. I'm not making another guac.
And you know, if you're being a little asshole on the Chipotle line, the boss is never going to be like, hey, use more product. I need you to really scoop it. They're happy too. It's a win-win for them. They're lazy as shit. And the guac lord, the manager of the guac making machine, is like,
dude, it's all businesses too. There's a company here called Chronic Taco. They have a move that I see them all, they have a move that they do.
That's Wee Man's business.
So
shout out to Wee Man.
They do a scoop, and I've seen every employee do it, which is why I know. And they tap their wrist when they scoop it. So like only whatever comes off that wrist tap, that's it. That's all the guac you get. And they all do this move where it's like they're trained. Like don't get excited.
They are trained.
Don't get excited with the guac. Our bottom line for the year is riding on this guac.
Listen here, Wee Man. Cut it the fuck out.
That's really Wee Man's?
That's Wee Man's.
Bro, fuck you, Wee Man.
I was at the first.
Fuck you.
One of the first Chronic Tacos was in Chico, California, and I would go often. And it's Wee Man's. It's Wee Man's business.
Not happy with it. Not happy with it all.
You know, little owner, little guac. What do you want?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking fire.
I don't know if that's heightest, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it because the guacamole punishment has to stop.
If it is, Wee Man, I will kindly apologize and retract my statement.
Well, I think little people is the proper term now, right? For a long time.
I think that little people, big guac would be a fucking amazing name change for that place. And he could just do a double tap on the wrist instead of one tap.
I want to talk in general. We will do our best always to be non-offensive, but we're going to keep it real. I don't want to be offensive. We want to keep with the times. I want to say what's appropriate. We can adjust with the times. Like, I'm never going to be one of those people that's like, you know, something that's 20 years ago I can say and joke about. Like, no, we will adjust with the times, but we also got to call people out.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not sitting on the sidelines playing this woke game where I can't tell you that you're giving me a bullshit scoop of guac.
And
I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are.
I don't care who you are.
I don't care what your fucking pronoun is. If you give me a bad scoop of guac, you are a fucking bitch. And you are dead to me.
Bitch.
So,
Fuck you. Give me more guac.
I'm glad I got that out of my system.
I feel better.
I've been on like an anti-guac, train. I'm just like, I'll just go and make my own guac.
I'm too fat for guac right now.
Yeah.
I'll get back delicious. On the guac train. It's great. It's great for you
fat,
too.
Healthy fats.
It's phenomenal. A good fat. Yeah. The problem is I
hear what you're saying. When you're cutting calories are calories.
Yep. Calories in, calories out. That's what they say, I believe.
You know what's crazy though? When I was coming up in university, they said calorie is a calorie is a calorie. Yeah. And then come to find out later, that's not true. Not all calories are created equal. So, yeah, like, garbage calories don't burn the same as quality calories. But when I was taught is, it doesn't matter what is fucking, candy bar calories is the same as,
like
salmon calories. Yeah. Turns out it's not.
Who is that bodybuilder?
Who would have thought?
Who's that bodybuilder who'd eat a shit ton of McDonald's?
I've never heard of that.
Big dude, black dude. Fucking, he was the shit.
Ronnie Coleman?
No, different one. But there was another.
I think that's the only
he had
I don't know many bodybuilders.
He had more of like a gangster name. Like his name was more catchy than Ronnie Coleman. He had like a nickname.
Sometimes those guys just they have to get calories. Like they just can't get enough.
That's what he said.
They're roiding, lifting so hard.
But his genetics looked insane. Granted, I'm sure he was sauced up 100% because he's a bodybuilder. Fuck.
Yeah.
But
saucy.
He didn't have an inch of fat on him. And he was eating a mega load.
Well, that's the luxury, if you're.
Well, he ended up having a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
100%. I think he had like a triple bypass or something.
Well, that's like the misconception about low body fat doesn't equal health. I mean, obviously when you get super low, it's very unhealthy, but that's like, you might physically look good, but your internal organs might be just a train wreck.
100 sticks.
What's going on with that phone?
I want to see who this guy is, and you're not looking it up.
See if you can find him. You got about less than a minute before we got to ring into our sponsors because our camera only goes 30 minutes. But such as it is, that's a little, Wizard of Oz behind the curtain.
Don't worry, it's coming up right now.
That's why we do our breaks at 30 minutes. But it's a perfect time for sponsors, perfect time for you to take a break. If you're driving, maybe slap yourself in the face, pull over, get a coffee, press pause, whatever.
Cali Muscle.
Cali Muscle? Is that his legal name?
No, I told you he had a nickname. Cali Muscle used to just eat a shit ton of McDonald's every day to prove a point, but I believe he ended up having a heart attack.
Cali Muscle. From his muscles to your ears, pull over on this commercial break. Go get a McDonald's. It will shred you up. I think so. Episode 4, sponsor, Daedalus, take 1. I'd like to interrupt this program for a moment to thank our sponsors. Today's sponsor for today's episode is Daedalus Industries.
Oh, yeah.
Small businesses, like a scoff.
Yep.
Small businesses often think they can't afford to automate their processes, but in this labor market, they can't afford not to. At Daedalus, we help small manufacturers understand the best ways to maximize their production through automation and robotics without breaking the bank. Let Daedalus do an automation assessment for your company so you can get back to growing your business, not worrying about how you're going to staff it. Visit our website, daedalusindustrial.com, to learn more.
Thank you, Daedalus Industrial.
Thank you. Now back to the show. What do we say? Episode 4, part 2.
Clap.
Do we do an intro on the back?
If we can, if we want to.
Welcome back. friends,
one way to do it.
colleagues, random internet strangers.
Danderphiliacs.
Welcome back. Oh, God, you brought it back.
Yo, man, they're tree huggers.
You know where I'm at with today?
Oh, another
Coffee.
another hop-filled coffee.
Yeah. Coffee.
Yep. Well, I have actual coffee.
I've been a little stressed in the life. And I do like to drink to take the edge off. And that's probably what every alcoholic says. But I am Irish, so I feel like that makes me immune to alcoholism.
And judgment, so fuck you.
Absolutely judgment, because if I'm clinically insane by blood, then I get a pass, right?
100%, everybody does.
Perfect. Perfect.
Speaking of clinically insane by blood, you still haven't watched that Jeffrey Dahmer thing, did you?
No, I haven't.
Ooh, man.
No, I haven't. I've not really had time to watch much of anything. I've just been working, trying to figure out editing this shit. Just so you guys know, if you're listening, watching, this is going to be like, it's going to take like 15 episodes before we catch up to the present, because I hate editing.
Yeah.
So
Dahmer's already like late. Like, we're late to the show anyways, but
late to all the parties. But
I do like that in that they painted his parents as clinically insane as well. It made it like they not clinically insane is a stretch, but like they weren't normal people by any stretch of the imagination. So if you're a weirdo, don't have kids. That's all I'm saying.
Doesn't seem to stop people.
Make a new weird kid. I don't need that guy. We got enough weird kids.
Got enough people. We have so many people. I honestly, this planet, it's only going to take it for so long.
Yeah.
Like, this planet will kick us off sooner than later.
We're all going to move to the moon.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully Eli gets us to Mars.
You imagine how fat we'll be in zero gravity?
God, fucking Hardy's breakfast in 0G. That's exactly what we need.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, I'm just going to bounce over here now.
Somebody's sitting in space.
Floating around just fat as fuck.
Listening to this from decades ago, because the planet's destroyed.
Uh-huh.
And somehow this internet content's been saved and been brought to zero gravity space travel.
We only saved all the shitty podcasts.
Yep, exactly.
That's the only thing we had the bandwidth for.
What else are you going to do in space? Anything that's high value, high dollar, they couldn't get it to space.
Oh, nope.
Just our bullshit podcast. Our shitty podcast is going straight to space.
Straight to the top. We'll already be dead, but we'll
future
be rich.
People, aliens, enjoy.
You're welcome.
You are so welcome.
Go float your fat ass over to the gym.
Float over. Check your IntelliSensor 3D screen.
I like that. Somebody's gonna steal that.
Well, because that's how they'll look up all the references we're making. They'll say, "Oh, who is Ric Flair? Who's these things?" They'll just IntelliSensor the information, which really just kind of their eyes see it, but it's not there, and it downloads in their brain instead of reading. So they'll just know immediately what we're talking about.
That makes sense. Thanks, Elon, for that microchip.
This will blow your mind. It's done without a microchip.
Whoa.
See you in the future.
Wow. Huh.
Who would have thought?
Good for you, dude.
Me, Elon, and whatever bastards Jeff Bezos has around the planet.
Yeah. You're the idea guy. I get it.
Yeah.
Just you and a bunch of geniuses. You fucking say some stupid idea and they
the
make
geniuses
it possible.
do the work. Yeah, that's obviously.
It's so stupid that they're like,
I'm an idea
no
man.
Microchip?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then Elon fucking starts putting all those synapses together and he's like, microwaves.
The brain,
That's how
is already a pile of microchips.
That's kind of
You got to start thinking inside of outside the box. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, inside of outside the box. I know what you're saying.
Thank you. We already have these systems. You just have to learn how to use them properly. I mean, we only use less than 10% of our brain.
That's what they say. I think I
use
use
90% sitting around doing nothing. Make it do something. It has function. We just don't know how to access it.
Man, I hope I'm using more than that. I don't think my 10% is as good as anybody else.
No one is. It's
just I got 5% of brain.
You think you're running on 5? 50% of a normal
I think that
human?
my quality is different. I think 10% of a regular brain is I'm 5% of that.
Okay.
You know,
But your 5% of that 10% is a higher quality 5%, is what you're saying.
well, I was saying lower.
Lower?
I was
No,
saying
come on.
I'm operating at like 5% of their brain, the
Come on.
10%ers.
Come on now.
I don't know, man.
Look, I know you got the Vipers on, but come on now. Give the people some truth.
I just make autism look good, dude. That's all.
I'd really like to talk about that sweet cock on your shirt.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm cocked up. That's a sriracha shirt.
For all those listening, they can't see. This is one thing I want to get better at is for all of those avid listeners we have out there, describing everything we're seeing for the people that are just listening, because there's a lot of people that are just driving. Yeah. I mean, probably no one's listening to this anyway, but for those who are, I don't want them to feel left out. For the 2 people that find this on accident, they're probably searching for a successful podcast and they press this on accident. I want to describe what they cannot see on the YouTube show.
So let me do it. If you're listening right now, I have a giant black cock on my shirt. Wait.
Correct.
Well, technically it's white cock on a black background.
No. It's a black cock with
white highlights?
Yeah, with white.
I have a multiracial cock on my shirt.
Sure.
It's a sriracha shirt. I'm wearing a black sriracha shirt that my mom got me. And it's pretty sweet, man. I got to be honest. Sriracha is one of my favorite things ever created. It is a top tier hot sauce.
Okay, look. This brings me to another strong point I want to make. That's going to bring us back to part 1.
That's fine.
Spicy mayo. When you get sushi,
boy.
Look. Let me get on my angry soapbox again because the sushi places I've been going to now, just like fucking these guac Nazis, they're charging $1 for each tiny cup of spicy mayo. Like, are you kidding me? I'm spending $100 on sushi,
Garrett,
and you're charging me for a side of spicy mayo.
You want to know how you beat them?
Tell me, please tell me.
Make your own and bring it in. Do it, dude, just to spite them, dude. Bring you a Tupperware
it's
full
mostly
of spicy
for to
mayo.
go. I don't think
they do it for
I'm
here.
being charged for there, which makes no sense. I mean, what are you, a plastic ramekin? That's where your $1 goes?
You know what's crazy too is that they're like, oh no, it's not just mayo and sriracha. Do you know what the secret ingredient is that some of them do?
Just sriracha and mayo. That's it.
Well, they add one more ingredient
Chili
that thins
oil.
it out. Nope, because that separates and you'll be able to see it. It's just lime juice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lime juice thin when it's thinner, when it's on the thinner side, they put a little lime juice in there, and that's what makes their mystical ingredients of $1 a ramekin spicy fucking mayo.
Okay, but like this just brings me back to my point though. Like maybe this is just me being a pre-recession brat, and I expect to get sauce for free. Like,
No,
maybe that's
dude.
just how we're raised. It's
We're
how
not.
we have grown up. That if you go and buy food, the sauce is included.
This COVID,
Especially-
post-COVID markup on shit is BS.
Well, like the
dog.
sushi's already marked up. The sushi's already gone
Right,
up like
this is
25%.
bullshit.
So, which is fine.
We never
Fine.
ran out of mayo.
You got to pay for the sushi. Fine. The price has gone up. I'll buy 12 rolls. I'll spend over $100. Why can't I have some spicy mayo for free? Like, why is it $1, $2 like per spicy mayo? Like, come on, take care of me. I'm giving you so much money for sushi. Just
You're right, dude.
God damn, I don't know why it makes me so mad.
Speak your truth, dude.
I'd rather the price of the sushi be more, and you just give me,
Unlimited amount.
and I don't want a lot. I want 2 spicy mayo sides for like 14 rolls of sushi. Like, come on.
I had a debate with a female of the Asian persuasion the other day, actually. She was like, because we had a similar spicy mayo conversation because I love that shit. I'll put it on anything. It's one of my favorite sauces. I would say it's probably my favorite sauce.
It's so good.
She said that I was wrong because I said it was mayo, lime juice, and sriracha. She said, no. It's Japanese mayo, lime juice, and sriracha. And my counter to that argument is spicy mayo tastes better when it's some fucking American-ass Dukes or Hellmann's.
I mean, I feel like most restaurants are going to get the cheapest mayo they can get. That's just how restaurants roll.
Sure.
I doubt most places are paying for Japanese mayo, unless it's cheaper.
But here's the
If
thing.
the Japanese
I've
mayo is
made
cheaper,
both.
then that's what we're having.
I've made both. I have went out and bought Japanese mayo to make spicy mayo, and I'm saying on record right now, made with some real Hellmann's or Dukes, shitting on it. It's better. Americans made it better. We made your sauce better. Thank you for bringing us sriracha. We bring you real mayo.
Well, pretty much anything that's fat, we do the best. I mean,
Thank you.
That's our claim to fame.
Thank you for acknowledging it.
Fried food, mayonnaise 100%. On everything.
100%.
The fact that we took the word salad, which is a healthy thing.
Macaroni salad.
Pasta salad. Macaroni salad. You know what it is? That's a mayonnaise salad.
Brother.
The fact that we took the word salad and bastardized it into a fucking mayo starch dish.
You know what I just thought
Why
about?
is it called a salad?
You know what I just thought about? You remember those old days of Hawaiian barbecue?
Oh no. Shout out Oh no Hawaiian barbecue.
Listen, we live on the East Coast now, man, and we haven't seen Hawaiian barbecue in a hot minute. And that macaroni salad.
When we were living in La La Land,
God,
that Ono is probably the shittiest Hawaiian food on the planet, but it was so good.
To our little East Coast, never had Hawaiian food in our life.
Yep.
Selves. Shit was life-changing, bro.
I mean, like a
katsu chicken with the barbecue pork and then the little cabbage
dish. Ooh. And then almost that macaroni salad. What a fucking joke. Macaroni salad was like a dessert. It's like a dessert on the plate.
On top. Spice it up a little bit. God, I never thought I knew. That was the first time I ate macaroni salad and didn't feel disgusting.
The Hawaiian culture giving us a run for our money for the health.
They upgraded Spam and macaroni salad to me big time.
Strong calorie people.
I love them. I love them so much.
But you know what's interesting though? What makes sense about Hawaii is because it's so remote. They can only cook with what they have. So they get things that can last forever and can be shipped in. Like, I think it's...
I heard it was also from World War II. They had stockpiles of Spam and stuff like that.
But really for anything, you know, you can only grow so much on the island. It's a tiny island. It's a lot of people. But I think I saw somewhere that like over 90% of their food is imported.
You know what they are growing on that island?
That's a difficult way to live.
They're growing some big-ass Samoans.
Yeah, because all they're doing is eating shipped in Spam and macaroni salad. That's all they're eating because you can't grow enough to feed the people. Everything is brought in, and what has to be brought in over, you know, I mean, Hawaii's in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, so it's got to survive a long journey in this, cargo freight life.
I say you feed that same Samoan nothing but vegetables, still gonna be pretty big. I don't think that they
will be just as big, but not a fraction as fat.
Sure, absolutely.
If you're eating a Spam macaroni diet, bro, I mean, there's no secret formula what's going to happen.
They're big dudes, man. They're big dudes.
You're taking a big frame and then adding a real big diet. What do you think's going to happen?
Yep.
Fucking sumos of the sea. That's what's happening.
Yep. Oh, you're right. They're badass.
Oh, no. I've never been to Hawaii, so I don't even know. Maybe it's a horrible representation of what Hawaiian barbecue is.
I'm sure it is, but we don't know any better. That shit's fucking great. It slaps.
You know, we don't know what we don't know.
We don't know what we don't know.
And when we know it, we probably still won't know.
That's probably true, too. Well, what are you going to do?
Where does that phrase come? Slaps.
Slaps? It was a music term. It was developed.
What does it mean? Like,
it's like the drum line, the bass line. Oh, that shit slaps. Like it's a term of endearment for hip hop music, not necessarily just hip hop, but when the beat slaps, it's a good thing.
Like the beat hits hard.
Yes, it hits is another term. Exactly, and it might have even come as an alternate to that, the hits, because I've heard hits as well. Yeah. And slaps. It's like how we make minor changes to already existing terms for like cool, rad, chill. Oh, it's chill instead of cool. You know, like that's like obviously it's like a one side step away.
I used to like how the Aussies, a bunch of Aussies on this one trip, and they used to say, this is a while ago, so probably don't say it anymore, but they used to say cool as. Like everything was as, and it meant like cool as shit, but they truncate the last word.
Wow.
So it's like, oh, that's cool as. And I was like, well, cool as what? No, that's it.
You know, cool as. Cool as is not cool as shit. I think cool as shit.
But that's just how they
feels
roll.
Better.
That's what they say.
I get it.
Granted, this was a couple decades ago, so who knows what they say now.
Cool ass.
So those bandits.
Are they bandits? They stole stuff?
Well, Australia, you know how Australia was founded, right?
No.
All of Great Britain's criminals, they sent to Australia.
Wow.
That's how Australia came to be.
Oh, that's
They
crazy.
sent all their criminals into Australia.
I think the Aborigines would beg to
Yeah,
differ.
minus the indigenous people,
Yeah,
but all the white people
Talking
you
shit.
see,
talking shit.
this is like a prison continent.
Yeah.
They sent all the crazies, and that's why
They say the same thing about
out
Florida.
of all those crazies, a beautiful people emerged.
They say Florida's a lot like that too.
Cause yeah, they say Florida is America's Australia. Maybe that's why I like Australians so much, because we're all nuts.
Yeah, we are. I love it out here.
I
Florida's
love it.
great. Big out shout out to Florida. I've never been to Australia, but you guys seem great too.
I mean, I know the news. Everyone loves ragging on, like, Florida man, this or that. Like,
Florida man's great, dude.
this hot sun just bakes everyone's brains.
We're not that
and
smart.
We just lose it.
And we just have a good time. We're more fun than
We
you.
lose it.
More fun than you.
Yeah, we are more fun.
We're more fun than you.
Yeah.
Whoever you are. If you're not in Florida, that sucks, dude.
Midwest, left coast, northeast, wherever you are, you're probably bored. And a Florida man's having a badass time.
Yeah,
you might
dude.
read a news story about something crazy, someone eating someone's face, or
We don't all do bath
Whatever we
salts,
do.
okay? We stopped doing that. We
driving
cut that out.
driving a golf cart into an alligator's face.
What's
and then,
wrong with that?
And then their dog got eaten by a hippo. I mean, who knows?
We got hippos now?
No, probably a Florida man illegally purchased online
I
a
believe it.
hippopotamus baby and raised it in
They're
their pool.
Adorable, dude.
Raised it in their above ground pool.
Saltwater pool. Well, no, they like fresh water.
Above ground.
Above ground pool. It's like a cage. Yeah, we're just better than you. I get it. You can
Yeah.
hate on us. So what? We can't vote. That shit's fake anyway.
Yeah, it's all an illusion. Red pill, blue pill. You know what I always mix up with all the everyone red pill, blue pill talk? I always mix up which one is which. So I don't, when someone says like something witty, like blue pill or
You
something,
definitely took the red pill.
I don't remember which one is which.
He had to take the red pill.
Do you remember which one is which?
Yeah, the red pill is the one that unlocks you from the matrix.
Which one keeps you in the matrix? Blue pill?
Blue pill. That's why the red one's scary, because red means stop. Red's like,
Are
oh
you sure
no.
though? Is that right?
If I'm wrong, I'll attempt a backflip on camera.
Oh dear God, this studio can't handle it.
Please don't be wrong.
Red pill matrix. Yeah, the red pill is choice.
Uh-huh.
Wait, let's
Blue
see.
pills go back home.
Wait, hang on.
It's okay. I already know. Photographic memory 1.
Oh, I remember the scene with the mustache where the guy's saying, "Why didn't I take the blue pill?" I think that's what he says.
Yeah.
My brain could be, editing what it wants.
Yeah. I just remember Keanu's.
Life-changing truth by the red pill.
Yes.
Yeah, see, okay, so
See?
blue pill is, this is how I'm going to try to remember. Blue pill is calm, comfortable, relaxed.
Duh.
We're living in the matrix. Life is good
Yeah, red
in the
is
matrix.
like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you take that one? It's
Red
red.
is set your brain on fire.
Yeah.
Wake up to this life of robots that are just fucking plugging you full of juice.
I just remember Keanu fucking taking it and going, oh.
Why
That's how I
didn't I
remember.
take the blue pill?
Oh,
Tastes like
miss.
steak, looks like steak.
What did she say to him? She's like, go to hell, Cypher, or something.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. If you've got it good in the Matrix, why take the red pill? He's talking about like, oh, you're a movie star, you're an important person, you're rich, whatever.
Exploration, man.
Why leave blue pill if your blue pill is good? If your blue pill sucks, well, yeah, what do you got to lose? Red pill.
Sure. But it's also exploring the unknown. Exploring the unknown's a motherfucker, man. We have an explorative spirit. Human beings do.
Not everybody. A lot of lazy people out there.
It's true, but there are many that are out here for the love of exploration. There's a lot of Christopher Columbuses, but like not him, like the real ones.
Did you see on camera that side burp?
Oh yeah,
I went for away from the microphone. I was like, I'm gonna get away with this burp,
yeah.
and I completely forgot that everything's recorded on camera.
That's all right. You got away. I didn't know that's what you were doing.
I was just
I know my
hunching
phone
over, like,
just keeps
"What?"
going off, pissing me off. But what are
yeah,
you gonna
bro,
do?
put that shit on silent. We're
I did the first
professionals.
time.
We're professionals.
Did the first time.
So how did it make a noise again?
I really don't know.
I don't believe you put it on silent.
I did it right on camera. Go watch the first half of the
Your
episode.
smartphone is not that smart.
No, I think it's because my smartphone is just not an iPhone, so it has multiple volume options.
It doesn't listen when you turn it off.
No, it's just I can turn off volume of one thing and not the other unlike your communist ran phone that only gets one volume. It has one voice.
Bro, don't red pill me. You're triggering me.
I'd be triggered, dude. Your phone's for the commies.
Don't trigger me.
Although I do miss iMessage.
iMessage is the best. There's nothing worse than if you're in a group chat with iPhone patrons and then some fucking Android slips in and then all of your ha-has and hearts get spelled out. They got to kick them out immediately.
You know what's funny is Android group chat flipped it. Now I can do all the hearts and everything I want, but not with you guys. Everybody else it works.
Yeah, but that's the problem. So if you're in a group and it's just like you'll see a little bubble that says haha, heart, whatever. Right. But when one Android, could be 20 iPhones in a group chat, one Android pops in
it's the same
and
thing.
Then it says so-and-so laughed at this, but it does it for everybody, not just the Android person. All of a sudden, everyone has to say so-and-so laughed, so-and-so loved. No one wants to read that shit.
That's not what, no, Android doesn't do that because we play well with others. iPhone is only inclusive iOS master race.
Well, bro, it's monopoly.
Yeah, they don't play well with others.
Absolutely
Android has always been about making your phone work with other users of other phones. iPhone isn't, and that's why I switched. I do miss my iPhone for a few things. The scanner's way better.
What do you mean by scanner?
When you
scan documents?
When you scan documents, the technology on iPhone way better. The iMessage is very convenient, and it sends high res pictures quickly, and I don't have to use like a proprietary app like WhatsApp or something like that, which I really only have to use.
That's a Chinese central.
Yeah, well, so is iPhone.
Yeah, probably.
But
I'm learning Mandarin. I want to be in the future.
Yeah, I get it. I know a couple things, not Cantonese, not Mandarin. I went to Hong Kong, never to the mainland.
You went to Hong Kong?
Yeah, I went to Hong Kong, dude.
When?
I don't know, fucking 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Hong Kao means idiot.
Where else did you went? Just to Hong Kong?
No, I went to Hong Kong, Singapore,
with
Thailand.
Who? Like one of your exes?
No, dude. I went with one of my old roommate, Edwin, from college.
Really?
Yeah, man. We get out there. We do the damn thing.
How long did you go for?
3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to travel that far, you have to spend a couple weeks. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
I think it was 3 weeks. Could have been 2, but I think it was 3.
And just Hong Kong?
No. I spent like 5 or 6 days in Hong Kong. And then I spent 3 or 4 days in Singapore. And then I spent like a solid week, like maybe 9 days in Thailand because we went to Bangkok, Phuket, and a bunch of places.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
wild.
It was cool, man.
You're so cultured these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, wax that mustache.
Not long enough
for my
yet.
listeners.
It'll be back.
Ryan is very questionably stroking his mustache in that moment. Okay, I will not.
Hey, listeners, what do you think I just did right there?
Nope, I will not relay that one to the listeners. So what did you think about what are some cultural differences that really stuck out to you? Just some basic stuff.
No ice in the water, dude.
Oh, Europe's like that too.
Dude, it's so lame.
Yeah,
I want cold water, dog.
Yeah,
no one does hot.
No one does
it's
ice.
Hot. I'm hot.
Yeah.
I want cold water, lower my core temperature.
Yeah, like
I'm a sweaty white.
Philippines was the same. Like what?
I'm a sweaty
not
white.
Into it. It must just be not worth having the ice machines. Whatever an ice machine costs.
Hate it. Hate that part. That was the one part that I was like, whack attack.
What else? What about did you go like the city?
Yeah. Cities, man, I will say that they are not ashamed of a really bad smell. Like the areas where cooking was happening, like when you would go through like what would be the food truck area in America, but it was like a food cart. You know, like how New York has the cart set up and stuff.
They do carts. Yeah, I like
Bro,
that.
the carts, there would always be like a drain, next to them or whatever, and like just the smell of hot putrid garbage.
I think a lot of areas like China, I mean, they're so overpopulated.
It's possible. That was another thing. The housing,
like New York
when
City,
I was in like the Canal Street of Hong Kong, which was wild, by the way, like they were selling bootleg everything in mass quantities. You would look up and you would see people, and they had like these little balconies But like I'm talking this window, you couldn't stick your whole body out of.
Wow.
Like it was prison style windows.
Yeah.
But then they'd have like a little like basket for plants and shit. And you would see people hanging out their window like you would hang out of like your car.
Like your car, yeah.
Like your car.
Well,
and they're like looking at everybody.
Yeah,
and
that's all you got. That's
their buildings look like prison.
That's your view. That's square footage is probably a premium.
100%. And Hong Kong's expensive. I'll say it was beautiful. Hong Kong was cool. I got to go there with people who were from Hong Kong, so I wasn't like completely lost. You know, I had people giving me a tour.
I mean, it's funny. I saw this one YouTube video recently. This kid that lived in New York, and his apartment was like 200 square feet. Yeah. And he was happy. Yeah. Blew my mind.
Because he had a place in New York.
He had exactly. You know, making his way up, whatever he was chasing, I don't know, but 200 square feet. And this video was like one of the most endearing videos I've seen. Like he was very proud of his space. Yes. He was happy to be in New York. Happy to have just this little sink,
you know what's
a little
fucked up?
bed, a hallway shower, which I didn't realize they did that in college setups.
No,
like
they
a dorm.
have shared showers.
Yeah. And this guy, wow, I was impressed with him. He was so happy and uplifting.
See, that's pretty cool because for me, like I would be totally stoked about that and very proud of myself if I owned it. But paying $2,000 a rent for that,
$1,100,
getting fucked.
$1,100 he paid for it.
Getting fucked.
But I wanted just a piece of his happiness.
Bro,
this guy's content.
If I owned even a room this size of our studio in New York, I would just be like, oh, I did it. Yeah. Like this is badass. Like I don't give a shit.
We've made it.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be like, if I owned it. But renting, no. Absolutely not. I can't feel happy about that. Only because of New York, like the way the metropolitan, like kind of just like sticking it to the renter. You know, I just hate it. But if you own it, man, you're killing it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll never own anything. Who knows?
Oh, I'm owning something.
Maybe one day.
Someone.
Guys, like, comment, subscribe. We would like to own something. Anything.
We would.
Anything. I'd like to own anything.
Yeah, anything.
Really? You know what's first, though? I would love to quit my job and just do this, and then we'll talk about buying something. So like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Those are the words I've got to start saying as often as possible.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, you know?
And I've got to also...
you got to also turn that into a vibrate alarm.
Yeah. I'm sitting here calling you out like an asshole. And
it's how it's gone off twice, too. 2 times it's gone off.
You're right. You know what's funny? It's almost always on silent. Yep. You know what that means? That means that's the end of episode 4.
I'm happy with it.
Like, comment, subscribe. I think let's all take a lesson in that guy in New York that has a small space and is super happy. Just try to be happy with what we got, and if you're not happy with what you have, fucking go to work and change it. That's it for the episode.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not happy, change it. Like, comment, subscribe. Supposed to go to 30 minutes.
Well, first editing job for you is to find a good place to end it.